Hello everyone and welcome to Skincare with Hyram. You did not read the title wrong, my friend. Yes, 'tis true. I am about to embark on a journey that is filled with pain, misery, and despair. I'm going to stop doing my skincare routine for a week. Oh boy, am I excited. I'm sorry. Yeah, you know what? Save your judgment. I can already feel it through the screen. All the questions asking Hyram, why the fuck would you do this? To give a short breakdown, I felt like it was time to give my skin a little bit of a skin fast. But to be honest, I mostly wanted to do this just to see if I could make it through a week of not using skincare at all. So it's no skincare or death. I choose death.
You can go back to your regular life, or you can know the truth about the universe. The first one. The high heel.
As someone who has a severe addiction to skincare, I figured why not challenge myself to stop using it for a little while, give my skin a break, and see if it's actually possible or if I'm going to cave after a few days. Let's embark on this no skincare for a week journey together. Here's to nothing. Hi guys. Oh man, I feel like shit. You might be wondering why I look so rough and why I have so much facial hair, but it is day 3 of not using any skincare, and it's honestly kind of comical how this started because I currently have COVID and it's been fucking brutal. This is probably the worst bout of COVID I've gotten, but it started 4 days ago. I went to dinner, I had some seafood, and I thought that I got like a fish bone stuck in my throat because I was like, oh, my throat feels really like scratchy, not good. Maybe I got a fish bone stuck in there. I got home, went to sleep, and when I woke up in the morning, I was like, oh shit, I'm definitely sick. So I canceled my meetings. I just decided to sleep as much as I could that day. And then that night I had a horrible fever. I probably woke up like 25 times, hot sweats, cold sweats. That first day I didn't end up doing my skincare because I literally was in bed all day just trying to sleep as much as I possibly could. And I was like, okay, this is probably a great start to my no skincare for a week video, even though I feel like shit. And that morning I woke up and my best friend was like, you should probably take a COVID test. And I was like, oh, I didn't even think of COVID, but sure, I took a test and within 3 minutes, 3 minutos, it showed that I was positive, and I immediately went back to sleep. And the past 2 days, I have slept 20 hours a day. Hence why my facial hair is looking so long and why I'm looking a little rough. But right now is the first time that I've actually been able to have the energy to like walk around, stand up without having like a blinding migraine. But yes, this is what my skin looks like after 3 days of not using any skincare. And honestly, it looks pretty good. Up close, you can definitely see that there is some redness, but overall my skin doesn't look too rough. It looks pretty even, which is great considering that I have not washed my face. I haven't even showered in 3 days. I'm telling you guys, it's been rough. I've been very sick, but my skin is looking pretty good so far. I am sure that there are like 5 layers of sweat that have dried down on my face, but you know what? COVID is as COVID does. But today, thankfully, I'm feeling a little bit more energy, which means I can catch up on work because I'm very behind in a lot of work stuff. Thankfully, I'm not feeling too stir crazy from quarantining. Because I'm feeling better today, I'm gonna take another COVID test and see if I still come up positive. But yeah, these first 3 days have been, you know what? Not great. But I will say, given that I have been asleep all 3 days, it has made it easier to not having to worry about caving and accidentally doing a skincare routine. So we're off to a good, well, maybe not good, we're off to a mediocre start. But I'm gonna shower, get ready, film some TikToks, and then take my COVID test and we'll see what it says. Okay guys, I've just been editing videos and catching up on work stuff, but I figured I would let you guys join me on my COVID testing experience. It's been super hot today, so I've been dripping in sweat, which has not made my skin feel the best, but let's just take this COVID test and see what happens. As you can see, I got the whole COVID setup here with like Tylenol, melatonin, vitamin C, Dayquil, all that kind of stuff, plus the last 2 tests I took, as you can see, turned out positive. So I'm gonna take this test. It has been 24 hours since the last test I took. I'm honestly really confused how I ended up getting COVID because no one I know has it, but I know that there's been a recent spike in COVID cases, specifically on Oahu, so I guess I was just one of the very lucky ones to get it. And when it comes to getting sick or getting COVID, I am usually ahead of the trends because I'm usually the first one out of anyone I know to get sick. I guess I just have the lucky genetics. I bet this isn't what you expected watching this video.
What are you doing, Tommy?
Okay, and let's wait. You guys, it hasn't even been 30 seconds and it's already showing positive. Are you fucking fucking kidding me? I was hoping that at least the test would show up negative because I don't feel like I have symptoms today, but it is what it is. Anyway, skin check. Skin is looking greasy right now, still a little bit red. I'm gonna apply a stick sunscreen because yes, I know I'm not supposed to use skincare, but I also don't want my skin to get like permanent damage from doing this challenge. So I'm gonna use a stick sunscreen just to make sure it's all happy and safe. Okay, so this is the stick sunscreen that I have been absolutely freaking-cessed with. I love this sunscreen so much. It's the Beauty of Joseon. Sorry, Beauty of Joseon. I guess I've been pronouncing it wrong for like the past few years. Anyway, but I love this one because it just instantly mattifies the skin and has literally zero white cast. It's obviously very easy to apply because it is a stick sunscreen. And my skin definitely needs it right now because it is extra sunny today and super hot, so my skin has been sweating a lot. Anyway, got my sunscreen on. I'm gonna continue editing my video and I will check in with you guys tonight. Good morning, everyone. It is the next morning, my final day of quarantine. My quarantine finishes this afternoon and thankfully I have not been feeling any symptoms since yesterday and today, so feeling good. I was working for a while last night, finished editing a video, and then I decided to take a break and look what I made. I've had these Lego sets forever, but just never built them. Well, actually I made that one before, but I've always been obsessed with Legos and I found this new collection of different cities around the world and I thought it would be so cool if I had Lego sets from the places I visited. So this one is from London. Of course, I've spent a ton of time there building self-list, working with the Inky list, and then of course there is Paris with Le Eiffel Tower. And finally, one of my favorite places in the world, New York City. I think they look so cute and I finished them, I think in like 30 minutes each. Anyway, skin check-in. Skin is looking kind of the same as yesterday. I am noticing a little bit more texture and my dark circles are a little bit more noticeable than usual because I haven't used, you know, my under eye cream in quite a while. That's definitely been longer than a week. But I'm so excited for today because I can finally leave my damn room. I'm so ready for it. But I'm gonna take my final COVID test real quick to make sure I'm good and then we are good to start the day. Good morning, everyone. It is day 6 of not doing my skincare routine and y'all, I'm so shocked that I've actually made it this far. Bruh, I totally thought I was gonna cave, but it is not without struggle because my skin is just feeling really gross right now. The past few days in Hawaii, it has been super freaking hot to the point that yesterday when I was trying to get work done, I was literally dripping in sweat. My face was so shiny and I was like, bruh, I could really use a cleanser right now. But here's an up close of my skin. You can see the amount of texture that is present. My skin is definitely looking very patchy and it's gotten so dry around this area to the point that my skin has started being itchy, which is pretty rare for me because I don't usually struggle with really dry skin, especially considering how humid it's been for the past few days. But I think my skin is just mad at me that it hasn't been taken care of in almost a week, let alone the COVID adventure that I went through. I didn't get to film an update for you guys this weekend because it was a little bit crazy. It is back to the work week, so I'm going to take you guys to work with me. In a rare turn of events, I woke up at 7 a.m. this morning with a bunch of energy and excitement for the day, which never happens. I'm not a morning person. That is not my personality whatsoever, but I was feeling extra good today, even though my skin isn't. Ooh, confession though that I didn't tell you guys about before. I did cleanse my face once this weekend. I will admit, I didn't stay fully consistent with not using any skincare products, but it was only because my skin was so sweaty from the humidity and all the built up oil and sebum from having COVID and laying in my bed for 4 days straight, no, 5 days. And so I did use a face cleanser, but that was it. I only used a stick sunscreen after that, and then also used one yesterday when I went to the beach just to make sure, you know, that my skin was protected, but that was it. I haven't used skincare besides that, so I'm still on track. And yeah, let's get a move on. Okay, so I made it to the office. I just finished filming. You can see my broken light right here. I just finished filming part of a video that's actually going up before this video, which is all about back to school skincare. I am looking at my skin up close and I cannot wait until this evening when I can apply a new skincare routine because I have 2 new products that I'm really interested in trying. One is a new sunscreen from a brand called Cots that I swatched on my hand, and the sunscreen might actually be better than the Bliss Blockstar SPF 30 sunscreen. I don't know. So this evening could not come sooner. But so far the skin is looking okay. It does feel very dry. I don't know, maybe rinsing it with water this morning dried it out. I don't know. It feels kind of stripped and flaky, but I'm about to jump into some meetings. Thankfully only have 3 meetings today, so relatively shorter day. So I'll catch up with you guys after. Yoo-hoo! Big summer blowout! Okay guys, I just finished a long work day. I think it is, well, I guess it's not too late. It's only 7:30 at night. But I just finished at the office. I was filming a bunch of stuff and I am back here ready to finally do a skincare routine. I'm so excited. It's been so long, baby. I'm not gonna waste any time, so I'm just gonna first start with the Cucumber Gel Mask from Peter Thomas Roth. The reason I wanna use this one is not only because is it my favorite mask to like get rid of redness and irritation on the face, but also does a really good job of hydrating the skin, but it is dry AF, so I figured I'd have a little face mask moment. I am so overdue for a skincare routine because let me tell you guys, it has not just been a week, okay? I don't know if I mentioned this before in the video, but I tried to film this video before, about 2.5 weeks ago. So technically, I've gone 2 weeks without using a skincare routine, only with like a 3 or 4 day break of using skincare in between. And the reason why I'm refilming this video is because honestly, you guys, I don't really know what I was thinking. I filmed that first video, I did the final edits and everything. And then once I finished, I just kind of sat back and watched the video and I was like, I don't like it. I just was not satisfied with the quality of the video. I feel like I just didn't do a good job. And I was like, you know what, if I'm gonna put out a video for you guys, I wanna make sure that it's the best possible video, that I am like putting 100% of my pussy power into it. And I was already debating on not doing a skincare routine, but then when I got COVID and went 3 days of sleeping 20 hours a day, I was like, oh, I guess the universe is telling me to redo this video. So it has honestly been a really long time since I've had a consistent skincare routine. So my skin is in desperate need of it. Look at this texture, you guys. I know that the mask like exaggerates it, but I have a lot of texture on my face. I originally was gonna go in with the ordinary AHA peel, but I was like, that might be a little bit traumatizing for my skin. I might wanna start a little bit more gentle. I also am like really looking forward to having a consistent skincare routine again because, you know, just being 100% honest, my mental health has been, what are the words? Really fucking bad. And I don't think it helps that I have not been doing my skincare routine because I definitely looked at my skincare routine as like a source of meditation, relaxation, and just kind of that self-care moment, which does really impact your mental health. And so not having that as like an integral part of my regular daily routine, I think will definitely not help with the whole mental health situation. So I feel like having this consistent daily skincare routine will help a little bit to just kind of like uplift my spirit, not only in the morning, but also at night, and just help me feel a little bit better. So I bet y'all are wondering, what are my thoughts on this routine? Is this something that I would recommend you guys try? Basically, hell no. I feel like what I'm doing is basically called, you know, like a skin fast. I'm intentionally depriving myself of skincare products in order to help like my skin reset a little bit, but also of course to make this video. What can I say? I'm a clout chasing content creator. I can't say that I would recommend this to most people. And the reason is that getting into a consistent skincare routine is a really difficult thing to do. For the majority of people, you know, it is pretty difficult to build up a routine. I know it was for me at the beginning. And like with any habit, when you take a long break, it is easy to fall out of that habit. And I wouldn't recommend doing this for most people because I don't know if a lot of people would be able to get back on track with their skin and that consistency. If anything, what I recommend if you are looking for like a little bit of a skin reset is just to minimize your routine down to like a cleanser and a sunscreen and do that for like a week before you go back to a normal skincare routine. I definitely didn't come out of this experience being like, wow, my skin is so much better. I'm so glad I did this. Not at all. If anything, the biggest difficulty in this was not feeling really insecure about my skin. Okay, let me wash off my mask real quick. Whew, okay, that felt great. I am just going to go into my cleanser right away while my skin is nice and wet. I'm gonna go in with the Used to People Kale and Green Tea Spinach. Wait, what? Yep, Kale and Green Tea Spinach Vitamins Superfood Cleanser. Let me remove my big clunky necklace real quick. Ugh. Nice and foamy and cleanses very deeply. Not gonna lie, it was super nice just being able to walk out the door right after I finished showering and doing my hair and not having to, you know, have like 10 to 15 minutes set aside just for my face. My lazy side definitely did appreciate that. Oh my gosh, you guys, my skin feels so much smoother. It's so nice. I'm next gonna go in with one of my stronger exfoliants. I am opting for the Kaleluyaha from Crave Beauty. This is a glycolic acid exfoliant. This is definitely gonna work to dissolve some of these excess dead skin cells overnight. I will say with this experiment, part of me was wondering like, am I even gonna notice like a huge difference in my skin? Like almost listening to the devil on my shoulder that was like, what if skincare doesn't actually do anything?
Don't listen to that guy.
You know, ridiculous bullshit like that. And it is pretty wild just within the space of a week to notice how much my skin is affected. Like I gotta give it up for skincare. It really is doing a lot of work for my skin, and I've already noticed that the fine lines on my face are more pronounced. My skin just looks way more dull. I look less healthy. So I'm definitely grateful to have a skincare routine in my life, and I can't even tell you guys how excited I am to get back on tretinoin. I can't wait. My skin needs it. Okay, next I'm going to go in with the Peter Thomas Roth Potency Eye Serum. This one is the GOAT for getting rid of dark circles. My dark circles aren't super bad, but they are pretty rough. I definitely have noticed them becoming a lot more pronounced. And typically I like to use this one a few times a week just to keep the dark circles at bay. Okay, and then finally I'm going to go in with the Rovectin Clean Lotus Water Cream. Anyway, if you are considering doing this week of no skincare challenge, I personally would not recommend it unless you are one of the rare people who needs an entire skin reset. And in that case, if you are one of those people that just reacts to every single product out there, I do recommend going to a dermatologist to get that treated. Overall, this is not something I would recommend. But this experiment only solidifies what I've known for so many years, which is that having the 4 most important steps in a skincare routine: cleanser, treatment, moisturizer, and sunscreen, is the best way to take care of your skin. I noticed definitely a difference in my own skin, and this is something that I hope to not have to do for a long, long time. So yay! Anyway, that is the end of my skincare routine. I am going to go edit some videos and do some more work, but I hope you guys really enjoyed this week-long journey with me. If you liked this video and you want to see more things like it, please don't ask me to ever stop using skincare again, because that's something I really don't want to do. But I really hope you guys liked this video. As usual, all the products that I used will be linked in the description box below if you do want to do some shopping and support the channel. Thank you guys so much for watching, and per usual as well, if you have any video ideas, please comment them down below. And if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to my channel and to the notification bell so that you can see my videos every single week. And I will see you guys in the next video. Mwah.